Hello, hi friends. This is Dr. Balu. Having 20 years of experience, I'm going to deal the subject digital circuits strictly according to the latest GATE syllabus. Recently, a topic floating point representation has been included in the GATE syllabus digital circuits first unit. In this lecture, we are going to see the full concept of floating point representation. See, generally, there is an integer representation. If you take n equal 4, what is the range? 0 to 15, because all zeros to, because n equal 4, all zeros to all ones. That means it is 0 to 15, right? If you take n equal to 8, how many numbers we can able to represent, right? That is 0 to 255, 8 bits, all zeros to all ones. But to store a very small number or very large number, the floating point numbers are used. The integers cannot able to represent that many large or that many small numbers. For example, a charge of electron 1.602176634 into 10 to the minus 19 coulombs. We cannot able to represent in integer representation, right? Suppose, for example, a large number, a mass of Earth 5.972 into 10 to the 24 kg. How we can represent? So that's why a floating point numbers representation has been used, where exponent will help to represent. There is a exponent here. We can represent a limited digits are required enough, and there is a mantissa here. A limited numbers are required. Okay, so that's why these floating point numbers are very useful in representing very small numbers or very large numbers. Floating point numbers are used to represent non-integer fractional numbers, like for example 53.344, 8.21, for example 0.00087, etc. See here, why it is called floating point number. Suppose if you want to represent 53, there is a decimal point here at the rightmost, okay, which is no need to represent in the computer. Directly you can take 53. But 5.3, okay, so integer representation we cannot able to use because this point is floated. Suppose 0.53, this decimal point came here. So why it is called floating point? This decimal point is floating from right and left, so that's why it is called floating point numbers. The most commonly used floating point standard is the IEEE standard, and the format of floating point representation is mantissa or to the power of exponent, where r is the radix. So this is a general scientific notation of a floating point representation. Let us see here, the binary floating point representation has been standardized by IEEE. Two standards are used. Okay, first one is single precision 32-bit format and double precision 64-bit format. See here, in the single precision, there is a sign bit where 0 denotes a positive number and 1 denotes a negative number, and there is exponent is 8-bit, which is XS 127 exponent. Okay, and 23 bits of mantissa. This is single precision. And in the same way, the double precision, same sign bit where 0 denotes a positive number and 1 denotes a negative number, and the exponent, instead of 8-bit, it is now 11-bit. That is XS 1023 exponent. And there is a mantissa, instead of 23-bit, now it is 52 bits of mantissa. This is called double precision 64-bit IEEE 754 format. And let us see this E. What is this xs 127 exponent? Why xs 127? You know xs3? xs3 is nothing but whatever the integer, you have to add 3. That is xs3 representation. Like that, it is xs 127. That means whatever exponent, we need to add 127. Why we need to add 127? Let us see now. This is about exponent e. E is how many bit? It is 8 bit, right? See here, 8 bit. And e equal to the original exponent plus 127. That means as a bias or xs 127 we are adding. Original exponent is the range is 8 bit, 8 bit, that is signed exponent minus 127 to 128. Okay. So the range e becomes 0 to 255. Why? Suppose exponent equal to minus 127. This is the minimum value I have taken. Now what is capital E? Okay, exponent plus 127. Now what is the value? Minus 127 plus 127, that is equal to 0. The minimum value is, it start from 0, right? Now what is the maximum value? Suppose exponent equal to, this is the original exponent, that equal to, suppose let us say what is the maximum value here? 128 you take, 128. So what is E now? That is exponent plus 127. Exponent plus 127, that is 128 plus 127. How much this is? 255. This is the maximum range. So the range of E is 0 to 255. Actually, the range of exponent is minus 127 to 128. So what do you observe here? We can avoid the negative numbers in the exponent. So we'll get 0 to 255, right? So bias 127, why it is added? It is added to avoid negative exponents, where the positive exponents always helps in floating point addition subtractions, right? That is, it makes very easy. So that's why a bias 127 is added to avoid the negative exponent. So our conclusion is E is nothing but whatever the real exponent plus 127 we do while representing in the single precision 32-bit format. So the range of E is 0 to 255, only positive numbers. What is the range of original exponent? This is minus 127 to 128. Remember this point. Okay. Now let us come to Mantissa. Is the 23 bits of Mantissa. Now we are going to see what is the minimum and what is the maximum. Let us say what is the minimum. If you take all 23 bits are zeros, that is the minimum value. What is the maximum value of Mantissa? If you take all ones, 23 bits, all ones, that is the maximum. Let us see what is the Mantissa, about Mantissa here. See, the Mantissa sometimes we can call it as significant. Yes, also we can. Let us see the range of the significant. This is the all zeros. That is the minimum value. Observe here, all ones. Okay, that is the maximum value. That is Mantissa, 23 bits, right? But here one point you have to remember, implicitly in a computer, for the normalization, this is 1 is there, 1 point. Okay, binary point at the leftmost, and 1 will be there. That is no need to store that 1 is implicitly represented by hardware. Okay, we no need to store. That point you have to remember, that is for normalization. The point, the binary point will be leftmost, and 1 will be there at the left. In the same way here also, the 1 is the 1 point, all ones, that is the maximum value. Let us see what is the minimum value of Mantissa. That is 1 point, all zeros means zeros, 1.0, nothing but this is 1. So 1 is the minimum value of the Mantissa. And let us see what is the maximum value. This is 1 point all ones. Okay. So here, if we add a 1 here at the LSB, what happens? 1 plus 1 0, 1 plus 1 0, 1 plus 1 all zeros, and this 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Becomes 2. 2.0 for example. Okay. If you add 1 at the LSB, then the maximum value approximately it is 2, and the value correspond to, what is the value correspond to LSB here? Like for example, this is after binary point, this is 2 power minus 1, 2 power minus 2, 2 power minus 3, like that. This is 2 power, this is 2 power minus 23. Okay. That LSB, if you want to add, then it becomes 2. So that means from the 2, if you subtract this LSB, then you will get all ones. Vice versa, right? If you adding this one, you will get 2, and 2 minus that LSB, 2 power minus 23, you will get all ones, or we can call it as approximately 2. Where here LSB is this one, 2 power minus 23, because at the least significant bit, that is 2 power minus 23, because 23 bits are there. If you going on 2 power minus 1 minus 2, 2 power minus 3, like that, 2 power minus 23. If you subtract 2 power minus 23 from 2, you will get all ones. Vice versa, right? So the maximum value, that is all ones, is nothing but 2 minus 2 power minus 23. That is, you see, observe this one, this is the minimum value of mantissa or significant. It is the maximum value of mantissa, or approximately you can write 1 less than or equal to s, less than or equal to 2. Now our conclusion here is the original exponent. What is the range? Original exponent range is minus 127 to 128, we have seen. And the mantissa or significant, the mantissa, the range is 1 to 2 minus 2 power minus 23. So if you remember this one, then the range diagram of floating point numbers, let us see. Okay. So here, from here all the positive numbers, this is 0 point. From here, this is all negative numbers, right? Coming to the positive side, if you observe, what is the minimum positive number we can able to represent in the floating point single precision 32-bit floating point number? If you see that one, so exponent, what is the exponent? Minus 127 to 128. This minus 127, and the maximum number is 128. That is the first point. And if you come to mantissa, 1 to 2 minus 2 power minus 23. That means this is 1 to 2 minus 2 power minus 23. So that is the, this is the minimum positive value you can represent, you can able to represent. This is the maximum positive value we can able to represent. Let me repeat once again. This is exponent minimum minus 127 to plus 128, and the mantissa is 1 to 2 minus 2 power minus 23. But if you observe here, in this range, what happens? We cannot able to represent, because minus 127, that is the minimum value, least exponent. If you want to use minus 128, that is not possible. We can able to represent here, but our range is up to minus 127 only. That's why this is positive underflow. And if you see this range, see this range, right? This is positive overflow. Why? This is 128. That is the maximum here. You see here, minus 127 to 128 only. If you want to use 2 power 129, that is not possible there. So that's why we cannot able to represent these numbers above this. That is called positive overflow. If you understand this positive side, the negative side is very easy. Take this value and put a minus here. That's all. That is the maximum negative number. Okay. And take this value, That is a maximum number. I put here minus, right? That's all. And from here, that is a negative underflow. Here we cannot able to represent, that is negative overflow. Okay, this is the minimum number in the negative side. This is the maximum number in the negative side. We can able to represent. That's all. This is all about the range of floating point numbers, a range diagram. What is the difference between single precision and double precision? S is same. Instead of 8 bit, it is now 11 bit. How much we have to add? Instead of 127, we need to add 1023 to avoid the negative numbers, right? So coming to Mantissa, so instead of 23 bits, now it is 52 bits. Exponent, okay. What is the difference between single precision and double precision? Now it is 11 bit. The range is minus 10232 to 1024. To avoid the negative numbers, a bias of 1023 is added. A positive exponent always helps in floating point addition subtractions. E equal to exponent plus the bias is 1023, which gives the range capital E is 022047. So this is all about the concept of floating point representation. In the next lecture, we are going to see the previous gate problems, practice problems, and the concept of floating point representation. Thank you, friends.